Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I am a regular Jude walking in the Word. Hey, we're continuing our journey through Genesis, and obviously you can see I'm back in the studio and not in Micanopy anymore. So I wanted to, we're actually starting chapter 47 today, but it's tied to chapter 46. Remember, when you see chapter and verse divisions, when the authors of the Bible were writing the Bible, they didn't put those in. Those were put in much later, and those were put in just to help us find, where we were going. And so when we're teaching the Bible and looking at the Bible, we can go, oh yeah, look at this, section in this book, in this chapter, and as a verse, and then you'll see that, rather than go, oh, it's someplace in the New Testament. No. So anyway, that's there, but it doesn't necessarily tie together really great. So you're going to see today two chapters overlap, and they should be like one chapter probably, but that's the way it is. It doesn't matter. We're going to read it. So today it's taken from Genesis 46 verses 31 all the way to chapter 47 verse 6. Okay, and it's called God Abides with What Man Despises. All right, you're going to see here that the Egyptians despised the shepherds. Well, that was what the Jacob's people did. That's what Jacob's family did. Okay, but the Egyptians despised the shepherds, and so they were sent to another area of the land, which was fine. Okay, it worked out fine, and we'll talk about that further here. So turn in your Bibles with me, Genesis chapter 46, verse 31. All right. It says this: Then Joseph said to his brothers and to his father's household, I will go up and speak to Pharaoh, and will say to him, my brothers and my father's household, who are living in the land of Canaan, have come to me. The men are shepherds, they tend livestock, and they have brought along their flocks and herds and everything they own. When Pharaoh calls you and asks you, what is your occupation, you should answer, your servants have tended livestock from our boyhood on, just as our fathers did. Then you will be allowed to settle in the region of Goshen, for all the shepherds are detestable to the Egyptians. Okay? The Egyptians did not want shepherds and sheep and all that, the livestock, in like Cairo wasn't necessarily the capital, but right next to Pharaoh's palace. Okay? Didn't want that stuff there. And so they were put out into a different part of the country, away from that, because the Egyptians didn't want to be around shepherds. Okay. Chapter 47, verse 1. Joseph went and told Pharaoh, my father and brothers with their flocks and herds and everything they own have come from the land of Canaan and are now in Goshen. He chose 5 of his brothers and presented them before Pharaoh. Pharaoh asked his brothers, what is your occupation? Your servants are shepherds, they replied to Pharaoh, just as our fathers were. They also said to him, we have come to live here for a while, because the famine is so severe in Canaan, and your servants' flocks have no pasture. So now, please let your servants settle in Goshen. Pharaoh said to Joseph, your father and your brothers have come to you, and the land of Egypt is before you. Settle your father and your brothers in the best part of the land. Let them live in Goshen, and if you know of any among them with special abilities, put them in charge of my own livestock. Okay. So I'm going to stop there. This is all part of God's plan here. Okay. God had a plan to get Jacob's family to Egypt. All right. If they stayed in Canaan, there was a chance of them intermarrying, which they had already started doing that, intermarrying with the people of Canaan. And we saw already with one of the brothers that that didn't work out so well. And it was Jacob, who that brother was. And he was marrying Canaanite women, and that wasn't going so well. And God didn't want them to marry the Canaanite women. So they are sent to Egypt, and when they're sent to Egypt, there's not a chance of them really intermarrying with the Egyptians, because they were despised. Egyptians said, no, we sure don't want to be around you. And the people of Jacob, were fine with that. And so they weren't intermarrying. So you can see it's all part of God's plan, all right? But what I want you to see here today, too, is the Egyptians despised Jacob's family because they were shepherds, all right? But who did God choose as the promised people? He chose Jacob's family, who were shepherds. So it's kind of weird that the people, the Egyptians, which were like the most powerful people at that time, those people that were highly respected and the leaders of the known world, they despised shepherds. Yet who was it that God was calling to be the chosen people? It was shepherds, okay? These shepherds. So it's God was abiding with the people that the Egyptians, they despised, okay? And you'll find that today. God cares about those people. He cares about everybody. But especially you're going to see he cares about those that are despised, that we despise. But he cares about those. So keep that in mind today. Thank you for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our journey here. We're going through chapter 47 of Genesis. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.